Hello everyone and welcome back to English Pod. My name is Marco.
And my name is Catherine, and today we have a very scary story.
Spooky. We're actually bringing you the first of our advanced media lessons, and what better way to start it with than a scary story for Halloween?
Than with.
So what better way to start this advanced media lesson than with a scary story?
Right, so Halloween is coming up, and advanced media usually features a news story or some kind of story that we can then kind of break down and talk about, just have a conversation about, because you're advanced level learners and you want to have fun with English. So where is today's spooky story set, Marco?
Well, it starts out with a guy who remembers something very scary that happened to him when he was a kid.
Okay, and so one of the main characters in today's story is his great aunt.
That's right, his great aunt. And so basically this is a family member, but it's your father's aunt, right?
Right. Your grandmother or your grandfather's sister.
Right.
All right, so your aunt or your aunt is your parent's sibling. But in this case, we're talking about one generation older than that. So you could say great aunt, great uncle, great grandfather, great grandmother. It's like one step back.
Right.
So this is usually a very old person, and the great aunt is definitely an important character in today's story.
Exactly. So let's not keep you in suspense any longer. Why don't we listen to this scary story, and we'll be right back to talk about it.
Oh no, the lights went out. Honey, can you light a candle?
Sure. What do we do now?
Well, we can just talk, you know, like we used to.
I know. I'll tell you a scary story. It happened to me and my dad when I was a teenager. I was living with my father at the time when he received a phone call.
Hello. Yes, this is him. I see. Sorry to hear that. Okay, no problem. I'll be there shortly. Pack some clothes, Tony. My great aunt is very ill and no one in the family wants to take care of her. We're going to stay at her house for a few days.
Aunt? What aunt? I never knew you had a great aunt.
Well, the family doesn't talk about her, or get near her for that matter.
Why is that?
Come on, we have to go.
So we arrived at this old house on the outskirts of our town. There was almost no one around, and the house had an eerie look to it. Once inside the house, we walked to her room, and I was surprised to find my dad's great aunt in a wheelchair, yelling at someone, but we were alone in the room.
Hi, Aunt Ursula. This is my son, Tony.
Why have you come? Why are you here? Don't you know it isn't safe? My time is near. He's coming for me.
Who is coming for you?
The Prince of Darkness, the Lord of the Underworld, the Tempter, the Old Serpent.
Come on, Aunt Ursula, let's lay you down. You need to get some rest. Tony, help me lay her down.
That night, we slept in one of the 12 rooms of that big old mansion. The trees outside seemed to come alive, and their shadows formed ghoulish shapes on my bed. All of a sudden, we heard screaming.
Dad! Something is attacking Aunt Ursula!
Go back to the underworld, you dreamer! I shall be judged before you can take me!
The door is jammed. Stand back! Aunt Ursula, where are you?
Over here!
And as we approached her, she was lying on the floor with her hands and feet open like the Vitruvian Man, breathing heavily with bloody marks and scratches on her arms, legs, and face. Remember how I mentioned that she was in a wheelchair? My aunt had been paralyzed from the neck down for just over a year. After this incident, strange things would happen in the house, and my aunt would yell and scream, according to her, warding off the evil that had come to get her. As the days passed, she became very weak and eventually was unable to talk. My dad had to work during the day, so I was left to care for her. When she lost her voice and laid on her deathbed, I would hear her breathe in and out. Till finally, one day, she breathed in and never exhaled. That night, I felt relieved that it was finally over, but it wasn't. I was so terrified of what I was hearing that I didn't sleep all night. The following morning, I went to the bathroom, expecting to find a mess and everything torn up, but I found everything exactly as it was before. The movers came that same day, and as we were cleaning out her drawers and personal items, we found strange notebooks with names and amounts of money written next to them. We found pictures with people's faces sewn with black or red string. And you want to know what the strangest thing was? There was a small doll filled with dead ants, with a strand of hair tied around its waist. And on the doll's face, there was a picture of me with the numbers 311009. You know what date it is today? October 31st, 2009. All right, we're back. So, what'd you think? Pretty scary?
I got goosebumps. It's a little spooky.
A little
yeah.
scary. Now, what's interesting about this story? It's based on a true story, so that makes it even scarier.
No.
Yeah.
Dare I ask? Did this happen to you?
No, I'm not old enough, but this actually happened to a family member of mine, and that's why I know this story. So it was kind of told to me when I was a bit younger, and I remembered it. And well, Halloween is a great time to remember these things.
And the first time you heard it, it scared the crap out of you, right?
Oh yeah, for sure. Actually, the first time I heard it, we were on an airplane, like on October 31st.
Oh, wow.
So it was pretty scary.
Well, we've got a lot of really interesting stuff here. We're not going to dwell too long on the grammar or the vocabulary because we assume that most of you have understood this, but there are a couple of things that can be really difficult even for English speakers. So the first one is this phrase, my time is near.
My time is near. So what does that mean exactly?
Well, my time is near. My end is coming. It means I'm very old and I'm probably going to die soon. So my time, his time, that's when you die.
Okay, so it's always used in reference to death, right?
In this case, yeah. So it's used in reference to death. And in this case, you have the aunt who's talking about herself, but you could also say his time is coming. We should visit him in the hospital. So it's a kind of softer way of saying that someone is going to die soon.
Right. Okay, so my time is near, or his time is near. All right. And then something really interesting in this story as well. She had many different names that she called the devil. So she didn't directly say the devil. She said the Prince of Darkness.
Prince of Darkness, Lord of the Underworld, the Tempter.
The Tempter and the Old Serpent. So these are actually different ways that historically have been used to describe the devil, right?
That's right. And a lot of them are biblical, like the Old Serpent, back in the first pages of the Bible when the serpent tempts Eve, that's the devil. And so we hear a lot of these, especially on Halloween. These are great words to use to kind of diversify and not say devil, devil, devil.
Right. Okay. So apart from those synonyms for the devil, she also used an interesting phrase towards the end when she said, I shall be judged before you can take me.
So, judged, to judge, this is to see if something is right or wrong. But in this case, we talk about judgment at the end of a person's life. So that means when you go to the gates of heaven and there's St. Peter and he has a list of the good and the bad and he says yes or no.
Right.
And then if you're a no, you get sent down to hell. If you're a yes, you go to heaven.
Right.
So she says, I shall be judged. This means I want my day in court. I want to have my actions analyzed by St. Peter, not by you.
Right, exactly. So actually this makes reference to a lot of beliefs in Christianity, right? So it's just another aspect of the story, but of course, other religions probably don't have the same things such as like the gates of heaven and St. Peter.
Right, the system of
judgment. All right. So what did you think of the story? Did you like it?
I really liked it. I thought it was really spooky, and I thought that it built up well. But I also like the imagery. We talked about or we haven't talked about this yet, but he describes his great aunt. The character describes his great aunt as being spread out like the Vitruvian man. So you have this image of her arms spread out and her legs spread out. You know that picture that Da Vinci did of a human being, and it's like an anatomy, and it's in a circle, and you can see the legs and the arms. That's just so really like a powerful visual image.
Yeah, you can imagine her laying on the bed in this position, right? Mm-hmm. Yeah, it is pretty scary. What about you? Have you ever had any close encounters with the supernatural or ghosts or goblins or something like this?
No, personally, I've never had any experiences like that, and I tend to not believe ghost stories. But maybe if this had happened to someone I knew, I'd be a little bit more skeptical or less skeptical. But
what about like when they have those documentaries or those recordings of strange voices or appearances, like these old castles in England or stuff like that? What do you think?
I love those shows. I just watched one, and it was about a haunted house. There was a woman who used a Ouija board, and it let a demon out, and the demon possessed the girl, and they called in a priest, and the priest had to like exorcise the demon from the little girl, and the house was haunted, and it was hurting people, and it was like possessing people.
Wow, it sounds like a movie.
Yeah, it does, but it was like a TV show on Discovery Channel, and it was really, really fun. But like, I don't actually believe that like a spirit could push someone down the stairs. I think that you trip and then you attribute it to a spirit. But.
Right. What about the Ouija board? That's an interesting tool that many people say opens up, like portals and dimensions towards hell, or spirits can come out and stuff like that.
Right. Well, for those of you who don't know, the Ouija board is a board, like a piece of cardboard that has letters on it, letters and numbers, and so you have this glass that you hold. And once the spirit comes, it guides the glass to point out to names or places, and you spell them. And they're really popular with like 13-year-old girls who have these slumber parties, and they use it. And we always say, who is she gonna date? And then it moves. But I believe in the power of the human mind. So I think a lot of times, even if we're not aware of it, we're the ones, manipulating this.
Or
glass.
Believing what we want to believe.
Yeah. But what about you? Are you superstitious? Do you believe in ghosts?
I'm not superstitious. I don't know what to think about ghosts because I've actually had a couple of very strange encounters with the supernatural, but I really wouldn't say, oh yeah, I believe in ghosts, or I believe they're spirits that haven't been put to rest, or they have unfinished business, like in Casper or something like that.
Yeah.
But once we were having dinner with my family in the house where we used to live, and it was a very old house, and we had a glass of water on the table, and all of a sudden it started to move and to rotate across the table, the center of the table, and we all saw it, and no one was touching it. So we all were pretty confused and nervous, and then just kind of burst out in nervous laughter. And we didn't really know what to make of it. But it was very strange because it moved a good amount towards like half of the table. And it was spinning at the same time, so it was very strange.
Weird.
So things like this, and, in general, Hispanic or Latin American culture they're very superstitious. They have a lot of beliefs in like magic, or some people still are reluctant to give out a picture, for example, because of something like this in the story. They say you shouldn't give out pictures to boyfriends or girlfriends or anyone, because if you break up or something is to happen, then they could do something with that picture and maybe hurt you.
Really? So this idea that you have a likeness, like a picture or a doll or something. Well, can you talk about that? Because I don't really know anything about it. Having that means that you're able to like do something to that very person?
Yeah. Like, not necessarily like a voodoo doll, right? Where you see that you can put pins in it and then it would hurt someone. But people believe that pictures, for example, they capture your image. And so if somebody has it and wants to do harm or black magic, then they can use that as an instrument to get into you. It's the same as pieces of clothing, or the same as hair, and things like this. So that's why there are the shamans, or the Indian witch doctors who do cleansing like this, and people still actually go to them. People in the city still believe in these things, and they'll go to a shaman and get themselves cleansed because they believe that their luck, they have really bad luck, or they've been very, very sick for a long time and doctors can't figure out what it is. They think it's because someone has cast a spell on them or is doing some black magic to them, and they need to get it cleansed.
Oh, wow.
So yeah, it's really, really common. But it's all part of the folklore and the heritage of the countries, and
Right.
it's actually very, very interesting. And some things are just really out there, really weird.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, a lot of it, I think, comes from indigenous beliefs mixing with Catholicism too, right?
Yeah,
Because a lot
exactly.
of South American countries and Latin American countries are very Catholic,
Mm-hmm.
but they get kind of melded, these traditions, with
Yeah.
indigenous beliefs, and then you have these crazy rituals and like
We actually have a belief, and it's very true, that, when somebody is completely in love with this girl, and this girl is like maybe, not very nice or not very nice to that guy, but he's still completely into her. So
Right.
there's this word that we say that he's been like underweared or something like that. And the reason behind this is that one of these rituals that I talked about is that the girl would make tea, right? Would take a tea pot, and in it would put her underpants, used underpants, to make the tea water, and then would serve it to the guy. So the moment that he drank it, this was like a magic potion, and then he would continuously be in love with her.
oh,
So yeah, it's very strange.
that's gross. Do people actually do that?
No, it's not something that you do now. But it's something that people knew about, that used to be done way before.
Okay, so people now, it's part of the language where you say
Yeah,
that
it's
someone has been like
Underweared or something like that.
She cast a spell on
Yeah.
him, maybe what we would say.
So things like this that, of course, aren't really done anymore, but still people make reference to it because we know it from our history that it's been
wow.
done before.
How cool. Well, I'm really curious to know if our users have any similar stories or have any scary stories they want to tell.
I bet they do.
I'm sure they do. And this advanced media lesson is a great place for you to do that, because we expect that a lot of advanced level learners are going to be listening to it, and practicing your writing is really important. So we hope that you'll put some comments on this lesson, and of course ask us as many questions as you want.
All right, so we'll see you guys there, and have a happy Halloween.
Happy Halloween.
Bye. Hello, everyone, and welcome to another lesson here at English Pod. My name is Marco.
And I'm Catherine, and today we have an elementary level lesson all about life with a roommate.
That's right. So sometimes during college, you have to live with a roommate because, living alone is too expensive.
Also, after college, I know that a lot of people who are just starting their jobs often live with a roommate to save some money.
That's right. Or maybe your girlfriend could be considered kind of like your romantic roommate.
I hope not in the sense of today's lesson. We're talking about problems with a roommate. So let's listen to this dialogue, and we'll be back in a moment.
Charlie, do you have a second?
Yeah, what's up?
Well, I went and paid the bills today, and you still haven't given me your half.
Yeah, I wanted to talk to you about that. I agreed we would go halves on all the bills, but frankly, I think it's unfair.
Unfair? Why?
Well, you have long hair and use the hairdryer every morning. I don't. You leave your computer on all night downloading torrents. I don't. You see what I'm getting at here?
You leave the air conditioner on day and night. You also take 30-minute showers, which means you're using way more gas and water than me.
Well, while we're on the subject, stop bringing your friends over for drinks every weekend. You always leave a mess and keep me up all night.
Maybe you should just move out and find another place.
Maybe you should move out.
All right, we're back. So we have a couple of different words that we're going to take a look at now in language takeaway.
Language takeaway.
So the first word is a dreaded word. That means that most people don't like it. They fear it. This is bills.
That's right. You have to pay your bills. So a bill is the paper that tells you how much you have to pay.
That's right. So you can have a gas bill,
An electricity bill,
a cable bill.
or even at the restaurant, you ask for the bill.
All right, so this is the amount of money you need to pay.
That's right.
And usually at the end of the month, you receive many, many bills in the mail, and you have to pay the companies like the gas company and the electricity company.
That's right. So those are bills. Singular would be a bill. Okay.
And so this is how the argument starts. The two roommates decide that they have to pay the bills, but they don't want to split the bills in half, go halves. they have to pay their own. And
Right.
so one person says, listen, this isn't fair. You leave your computer on all night downloading torrents.
Okay, so we understand what it is to download something. You download this podcast, but a torrent, what is that? That's kind of technical.
That is. So a torrent is a kind of file that you can download from the internet. So basically, when you want to download a movie or some music from the internet, you go to a website that will connect you to someone who owns this movie or book or music, and they'll have a special file that's called a torrent file, and that's what you download.
That's right. So it's a new way of downloading files off the internet from many people, kind of like a peer sharing.
That's right. So when one person disappears or goes offline, it shares you with another person.
That's right. So those are torrents. And now, well, they kept arguing about you have to pay this, I have to pay that. So you said, you know what? You should just move out.
Ooh. So to move out, this is a phrase that has two words. To move out, it means to leave this house forever, this apartment. So that means to find a new place to live.
Right. So I can say, oh, I'm moving out this weekend. That means I'm changing apartments.
Right. Or my boyfriend just moved out.
Okay, so
That was
means
really sad.
he left your house. Okay, so that is to move out. And now we have a word that is more colloquial of how to say a house or an apartment.
This is place. Okay.
So you just say a place.
So place normally is a location. Okay. Where is this place? But we could say, hey, we're going to have dinner at my place. Would you like to come?
So that means we're going to have dinner at my house.
Right. My place.
My
His place.
His place. Or you have a really nice place.
Thanks.
Okay, so that means you have a really nice house.
Exactly.
Okay, so 4 keywords today. Why don't we listen to the dialogue again, and we'll be back in a little bit.
Charlie, do you have a second?
Yeah, what's up?
Well, I went and paid the bills today, and you still haven't given me your half.
Yeah, I wanted to talk to you about that. I agreed we would go halves on all the bills, but frankly, I think it's unfair.
Unfair? Why?
Well, you have long hair and use the hairdryer every morning. I don't. You leave your computer on all night downloading torrents. I don't. You see what I'm getting at here?
You leave the air conditioner on day and night. You also take 30-minute showers, which means you're using way more gas and water than me.
Well, while we're on the subject, stop bringing your friends over for drinks every weekend. You always leave a mess and keep me up all night.
Maybe you should just move out and find another place.
Maybe you should move out.
All right, we are back, and we've got some great phrases today coming up in Fluency Builders. Let's take a look at some of those.
Fluency Builder.
All right, so the first phrase that we have, very common, very, very common, but also very difficult for English learners to answer this question.
All right, what's up?
What's up? So if somebody says, what's up, what does that mean?
That means what's going on? What's new? How are you? How is it going?
Okay.
Hi.
So how should you answer this?
Okay, so think of what's up as being a question about what's new, what's happening. You can say, what's up? Oh, not much.
Not much.
Okay, what's up means what's new? Oh, not much is new. Not much.
Everything is the same.
Or what's up? You could say, hey, hi, how are you? It's another way to say hi.
Okay.
But you can't say the sky.
Right. Or sometimes English learners will say, fine, thank you, because they think that what's up means how are you?
No, that's different. So you cannot say fine, thank you, fine, well. These are words about that answer how are you questions, but this isn't a how are you question.
Right.
This is a what's new question.
Yeah.
What's new or hi.
Okay. So somebody says, what's up? You can say not much, or you can say, hey, what's up? You can say, what's up back?
What's up? What's up with you?
Yeah, what's up with you? Okay, so that's our first phrase. Now, when the guy was talking about the hairdryer and the computer, he finished off that paragraph by saying, you see what I'm getting at here?
Okay, you're doing this. You use the hairdryer. You leave the computer on. Do you see what I'm getting at here? This phrase, do you see what I'm getting at?
It means, do you understand what I'm talking about? Do you see my point?
That means I haven't said exactly what I mean, but you should understand what I'm saying. So he's saying you're wasting electricity. You use all of these services more than I do.
Right.
And we could say, maybe Marco didn't get a good grade in his English test last week. And I say, listen, maybe it has to do with your study habits or how much you love video games or how little time you spend at school. Do you see what I'm getting at?
Okay, so you're not saying directly that I don't study. You're
Right.
just telling me the reasons maybe why as to I'm not studying.
Right, like a hint.
Okay, so that's what you say when you don't tell somebody directly what the problem is. You say, you see what I'm getting at here?
Do you see what I'm getting at?
Okay.
Getting at means hinting.
Okay, and our last phrase, when they kept talking about the bills, one of the persons said, you are using way more gas and water than me. So what about this way more?
Way more. Way means much or a lot. So we could say, you are using a lot more water than I am. Or, you're using way more water.
Okay.
This is very spoken language. This is not written language, so don't write this down on your tests. But way more means a lot more, much more.
Okay, you can say Bob is way more attractive than Bill.
That's right. Or this is way more interesting than that show.
Okay, so you can say way more instead of much more or a lot more, but it's usually spoken English.
Exactly.
All right, let's listen to our dialogue for the last time, and we'll be back in a bit to talk a little bit more.
Charlie, do you have a second?
Yeah, what's up?
Well, I went and paid the bills today, and you still haven't given me your half.
Yeah, I wanted to talk to you about that. I agreed we would go halves on all the bills, but frankly, I think it's unfair.
Unfair? Why?
Well, you have long hair and use the hairdryer every morning. I don't. You leave your computer on all night downloading torrents. I don't. You see what I'm getting at here?
You leave the air conditioner on day and night. You also take 30-minute showers, which means you're using way more gas and water than me.
Well, while we're on the subject, stop bringing your friends over for drinks every weekend. You always leave a mess and keep me up all night.
Maybe you should just move out and find another place.
Maybe you should move out.
So, Marco, have you ever had any of these problems with a roommate?
I've actually stayed away from roommates because of issues like this.
You mean you have not had many roommates because you're afraid of this situation?
Yeah, I've always actually tried to live on my own by myself, like in a small apartment or studio, or if I have to have a roommate, maybe just like one, not like a house full of roommates, because I think the more people there are, the little bit more complicated it gets. And if it's just two, it's a little bit simpler.
This is true, although sometimes I think it depends on the people that you're sharing a house with. I've had one awkward experience where people did not want to pay ever.
Really?
And they were always late with their payments, and one situation where people were very good about it. So always remembered and were very helpful. So it really depends.
Yeah. Yeah, I think it's hard to live with someone always, of course. Even, if you start living with your girlfriend or boyfriend or you get married, it's kind of different to live with someone, So, and especially money-wise, I think it always complicates things with people.
Definitely. So I think you're right, though. If there's 2 people, it's very easy to share the bills. But if there's 5 people or 6 people, it's very hard to find out who spent more money or what the rules are.
Yeah, so it can get a little bit complicated. But I'm sure a lot of our listeners have probably had roommates before, maybe in college, maybe even now. So let's hear those experiences and maybe those good and bad stories about living with other people.
So please get in touch with us. Our website is englishpod.com. There's lots of places for you to ask questions and to post your own experiences with roommates. We hope to see you there. And until next time.
Bye
everyone.
Hello, English learners. Welcome back to English Pod. My name is Marco.
And I'm Erica.
And today we have an elementary lesson for you, and we are at the supermarket.
That's right. We're at the grocery store, and we're going to learn some language you can use when you want to pay for your groceries.
So this lesson was requested by one of our users that wanted vocabulary and different phrases that are used in the supermarket when the person is about to pay for all the things they need.
That's right. And we also have some great language that the person who is actually selling the groceries can use.
All right. So let's listen to our dialogue for the first time and see what happens.
Excuse me, sir. This is the express checkout lane for people that have 15 items or fewer. It looks like you have more than 15 items there.
Oh, come on. I have 16 items. Cut me some slack, will ya?
Fine. Please place your items on the belt and push your shopping cart through. Do you prefer paper or plastic?
Plastic. I also have a couple of coupons.
No problem. I'll take those. Sir, these coupons expired yesterday.
Darn. Oh well, I guess it's just not my day. Thanks anyway.
Do you have a club card or will it be cash?
Yeah, I got a club card. Here you go.
Will this be debit or credit?
Debit, please. Also, could I get cash back? $50 would be great.
Yeah, sure. Your total is $78.33. Here's your receipt. Have a nice day.
Well, we can see in this dialogue that the guy was able to buy his food and they were using some really interesting, helpful language.
That's right. And so why don't we look at this language now in Language Takeaway?
Language takeaway.
Okay, we have 6 words for you today. And the first one, the girl, the cashier, says, this is the express checkout lane.
All right, so checkout lane.
The checkout lane.
So the checkout lane is the place where you get in line to pay for all the goods you bought.
Right. So the checkout lane. Now, why did she say express checkout lane?
So in grocery stores or in supermarkets, sometimes you have a specific checkout lane that's faster.
Okay.
Because people have less things.
So express is the faster checkout lane.
Right, the faster one.
All right, so next she tells the guy to put your items on the belt.
Okay, the belt.
The belt.
A belt. Now, we know belt as the thing you put around your waist.
To keep your pants up.
Right. But in a supermarket, the belt is the moving table that you put your groceries on so the cashier starts to pass them through.
Okay, so the belt.
Okay, the belt.
Put your groceries on the belt.
And then the guy said that he had a couple of coupons.
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 A coupon.
Okay, so what is a coupon?
A coupon is a piece of paper you can use to get a discount.
All right, so it has a discount on it.
A discount for one thing. Like,
okay.
So maybe you buy some apples and you get 10% off one kind of apple.
Very good. Coupons. Mm-hmm. Now, he presented these coupons and she said they were expired.
The coupons expired yesterday.
Expired.
To expire.
All right, so to expire, that means...
to be older than the date when you can use them.
Right, so why don't we listen to some other examples of how we can use expired so we can understand a little bit better.
Example 1.
I'm sorry, sir. This credit card expired 5 years ago. You can't use it anymore.
Example 2.
My driver's license expires in a month, so I have to get it renewed.
Example 3.
Don't drink that. The milk has expired.
Okay, so we can see his coupons expired, so they were too old and he couldn't use them anymore.
Exactly. And now, finally, she asked him if he wants to pay with his club card or cash.
So club card.
Club card.
What's a club card?
So in some supermarkets, you can receive a special type of credit card that you can only use for grocery shopping.
And only in that store.
Right. So that is a club card.
All right, so a club card. Okay, so he's going to pay with a card, but he also asks for some cash back.
Cash back.
Could I get cash back?
Cash back.
Now, what's he talking about? Can he get cash back? He's paying with a card. What does he want to do?
Well, what happens is sometimes, suppose your groceries cost $20.
Okay.
So instead of charging $20 to your credit card or your club card,
you say, okay, put $70. So then the cashier can give you $50 back. So you can have cash in your pocket.
So instead of going to the ATM, you can get your money in one spot.
Exactly.
All right.
So that's cash back.
Interesting. Well, why don't we hear this one more time in the dialogue, but let's slow it down a little so we can understand better.
Excuse me, sir. This is the express checkout lane for people that have 15 items or fewer. It looks like you have more than 15 items there.
Oh, come on! I have 16 items. Cut me some slack, will ya?
Fine. Please place your items on the belt and push your shopping cart through. Do you prefer paper or plastic?
Plastic. I also have a couple of coupons.
No problem. I'll take those. Sir, these coupons expired yesterday.
Darn! Oh well, I guess it's just not my day. Thanks anyway.
Do you have a club card or will it be cash?
Yeah, I got a club card. Here you go.
Will this be debit or credit?
Debit, please. Also, could I get cash back? $50 would be great.
Yeah, sure. Your total is $78.33. Here's your receipt. Have a nice day.
Thank you.
All right, so now that we've listened to the dialogue for the second time, it's time for us to take a look at some phrases in Fluency Builder.
Fluency Builder.
Okay, we have 3 phrases for you now. Well, the guy was not having a very good day, was he? So he couldn't go in the express checkout lane, and he says, cut me some slack.
Cut me some slack.
To cut someone some slack.
All right. Now, this is an interesting and very informal phrase. So before we explain it, why don't we listen to a couple of other examples?
Example 1.
Cut me some slack. I'm only 2 minutes late.
Example 2.
My wife just had a baby and I'm so tired. Cut me some slack. I'll send you the report tomorrow.
Example 3.
Emily had a really bad week. I think you should cut her some slack.
Okay, I think I can understand it means relax the rules a little bit.
Right, so don't be so strict on me.
Yeah, don't be so hard.
Mm-hmm.
Now, I know this phrase actually comes from mountain climbing.
Oh, really? Oh, because of the rope.
Yeah, so it's like saying the slack is loose rope.
Mm-hmm.
So he's just saying, give me a little bit more freedom.
Give me more freedom. Ah, interesting.
Yep.
To cut somebody some slack.
Well, now the cashier asks him a question. She says, do you prefer paper or plastic?
Do you prefer paper or plastic?
Paper or plastic?
Now, this is the common cliche phrase that any grocery store cashier will use, right?
Yeah. So paper or plastic what?
Bags. Paper or plastic bags.
All right. So you'll hear this all the time in every grocery store. Do you want paper or plastic?
Right. So you can choose plastic bags or paper bags.
Okay. Remember this one, because when you get it right, you'll sound really native-like.
Very good. And our last phrase, since he wasn't really having a good day, he said, it's just not my day.
It's just not my day.
It's not my day.
Okay, so when it's not your day,
it means the day has been hard. You've not really lucky.
Yeah, it's not a good day for you.
Not a good day. All right, so let's listen to the dialogue for the last time, and then we'll come back and talk a little bit about grocery stores in America.
Excuse me, sir. This is the express checkout lane for people that have 15 items or fewer. It looks like you have more than 15 items there.
Oh, come on. I have 16 items. Cut me some slack, will ya?
Fine. Please place your items on the belt and push your shopping cart through. Do you prefer paper or plastic?
Plastic. I also have a couple of coupons.
No problem. I'll take those. Sir, these coupons expired yesterday.
Darn. Oh well, I guess it's just not my day. Thanks anyway.
Do you have a club card or will it be cash?
Yeah, I got a club card. Here you go.
Will this be debit or credit?
Debit, please. Also, could I get cash back? $50 would be great.
Yeah, sure. Your total is $78.33. Here's your receipt. Have a nice day.
Well, one interesting thing I know about grocery stores in America is that the people who are the cashiers are very often students.
Right. It's a very popular summer job or part-time job of like college students.
Yeah, or even in my hometown, it was the most common job for high school students. After school, if you went to the grocery store between 4 o'clock and 9 o'clock at night, every single cashier would be a high school student.
And the interesting thing is that the cashiers are usually women, right?
Yeah, always the high school girls who are the cashiers.
And so the high school boys would be working in the back, maybe in the warehouse, carrying boxes or stocking the shelves.
So putting the cans on the shelves, right?
Exactly. It's a very popular part-time job for students in the United States, but also coupons are very popular in America.
Yeah, what is it? What is it about coupons?
Well, usually, for example, in the Sunday newspaper, you will receive a lot of coupons.
Okay.
You go to the grocery store and you have all these coupons for like cookies or a promotion on some type of soda or drink. So it's very popular. People go grocery shopping and then present all these coupons, and actually you can end up saving a good amount of money.
I know the coupons are usually like save 2 cents or save 25 cents. But I guess if you put all of those together, you can save money.
It's interesting because people actually will buy that product just because they have a coupon for it.
Coupons and high school checkout girls.
The English Pod Audio Review. Listen to the meaning, then say the vocabulary word. The place you line up to pay for the things you want.
Checkout lane.
To supply a shop with merchandise.
Stock.
Don't be so strict. Bend the rules.
Cut me some slack.
A place where goods are stored prior to their sale or distribution.
Warehouse.
To no longer be valid after a period of time.
Expire.
Domestic birds such as chickens, turkeys, ducks, or geese raised for meat or eggs.
Poultry.
A person, usually a teenager, that works at a supermarket and places groceries that a person buys in plastic or paper bags.
Bag boy.
Charging more money to your card in order to receive cash back.
Cash back.
An arrangement of numbers and parallel lines on a package which can be electronically scanned at a checkout to give the price of the goods.
Barcode.
A lot of bad things happened to me today.
It is just not my day.
Let's try that faster. A place where goods are stored prior to their sale or distribution.
Warehouse.
A lot of bad things happened to me today.
It is just not my day.
The place you line up to pay for the things you want.
Checkout lane.
Don't be so strict. Bend the rules.
Cut me some slack.
Charging more money to your card in order to receive cash back.
Cash back.
An arrangement of numbers and parallel lines on a package which can be electronically scanned at a checkout to give the price of the goods.
Barcode.
To no longer be valid after a period of time.
Expire.
Domestic birds such as chickens, turkeys, ducks, or geese raised for meat or eggs.
Poultry.
A person, usually a teenager, that works at a supermarket and places groceries that a person buys in plastic or paper bags.
Bag boy.
To supply a shop with merchandise.
Stock.
Now say the word and hear it in a sentence.
Checkout lane. Excuse me? Can you tell me where the checkout lane is? Checkout lane. There are so many people waiting in line at the checkout lane. Checkout lane. I hate coming to this grocery store because they don't have enough checkout lanes. Cut me some slack. Cut me some slack. I'm only 2 minutes late. Cut me some slack. My wife just had a baby and I'm so tired. Cut me some slack. I'll send you the report tomorrow. Cut me some slack. Emily had a really bad week. I think you should cut her some slack. Expire. I'm sorry, sir. This credit card expired 5 years ago. You can't use it anymore. Expire. My driver's license expires in a month, so I have to get it renewed. Expire. Don't drink that! The milk has expired. Cash back. I wanted to get cash back at the grocery store, but the cashier said they had a policy against it. Cash back. Can I get cash back if I pay with my credit card? Cash back. Cash back is the most convenient way to get cash in case of an emergency without paying additional fees. It is just not my day. I spilled coffee in the morning and got a flat tire on my way home. It's just not my day today. It is just not my day. Today was just not my day. I have too many things to do and so little time. It is just not my day. I need a massage. Today was just not my day. We had a lot of problems with our new client.
The English Pod Audio Review. Listen to the meaning, then say the vocabulary word.
The place you line up to pay for the things you want.
Checkout lane.
To supply a shop with merchandise.
Stock.
Don't be so strict. Bend the rules.
Cut me some slack.
A place where goods are stored prior to their sale or distribution.
Warehouse.
To no longer be valid after a period of time.
Expire.
Domestic birds such as chickens, turkeys, ducks, or geese raised for meat or eggs.
Poultry.
A person, usually a teenager, that works at a supermarket and places groceries that a person buys in plastic or paper bags.
Bag boy.
Charging more money to your card in order to receive cash back.
Cash back.
An arrangement of numbers and parallel lines on a package which can be electronically scanned at a checkout to give the price of the goods.
Barcode.
A lot of bad things happened to me today.
It is just not my day.
Let's try that faster. A place where goods are stored prior to their sale or distribution.
Warehouse.
A lot of bad things happened to me today.
It is just not my day.
The place you line up to pay for the things you want.
Checkout lane.
Don't be so strict. Bend the rules.
Cut me some slack.
Charging more money to your card in order to receive cash back.
Cash back.
An arrangement of numbers and parallel lines on a package which can be electronically scanned at a checkout to give the price of the goods.
Barcode.
To no longer be valid after a period of time.
Expire.
Domestic birds such as chickens, turkeys, ducks, or geese raised for meat or eggs.
Poultry.
A person, usually a teenager, that works at a supermarket and places groceries that a person buys in plastic or paper bags.
Bag boy.
To supply a shop with merchandise.
Stock.
Now say the word and hear it in a sentence.
Checkout lane. Excuse me? Can you tell me where the checkout lane is? Checkout lane. There are so many people waiting in line at the checkout lane. Checkout lane. I hate coming to this grocery store because they don't have enough checkout lanes. Cut me some slack. Cut me some slack. I'm only 2 minutes late. Cut me some slack. My wife just had a baby and I'm so tired. Cut me some slack. I'll send you the report tomorrow. Cut me some slack. Emily had a really bad week. I think you should cut her some slack. Expire. I'm sorry, sir. This credit card expired 5 years ago. You can't use it anymore. Expire. My driver's license expires in a month, so I have to get it renewed. Expire. Don't drink that! The milk has expired. Cash back. I wanted to get cash back at the grocery store, but the cashier said they had a policy against it. Cash back. Can I get cash back if I pay with my credit card? Cash back. Cash back is the most convenient way to get cash in case of an emergency without paying additional fees. It is just not my day. I spilled coffee in the morning and got a flat tire on my way home. It's just not my day today. It is just not my day. Today was just not my day. I have too many things to do and so little time. It is just not my day. I need a massage. Today was just not my day. We had a lot of problems with our new client.
The English Pod Audio Review. Listen to the meaning, then say the vocabulary word.
A document that shows how much you must pay. Bill. Divide equally. Go halves. To vacate a residence, cause to leave. Move out. What I am trying to say. What I am getting at. Much more, or a lot more. Way more.
Let's try that faster.
A document that shows how much you must pay. Bill. To vacate a residence, cause to leave. Move out. Much more, or a lot more. Way more. What I am trying to say. What I am getting at. Divide equally. Go halves.
Now say the word and hear it in a sentence.
Bill. I paid the gas bill and water bill this morning. Bill. I am overwhelmed with bills. I don't know where I will get the money to pay them all. Bill. My girlfriend always takes care of paying the bills. What I am getting at. What are you getting at? Are you saying I'm lazy? What I am getting at. I don't understand what you're getting at. Be more direct. What I am getting at. What do you think he's getting at? I have no idea what he's talking about. Way more. This dress costs way more than I expected. Way more. This flight is taking away more time than it should. I think we are lost. Way more. Carl is way more mature than you. Go halves. How about we go halves on the dinner bill? Go halves. Let's take a taxi together and go halves. Go halves. I am willing to go halves with you for this cake if you share your milk with me. Move out. I have to move out of my apartment this weekend. Move out. Carol just moved out of her boyfriend's house, so she's living with me for a while. Move out. I told my landlord I will move out by the end of the month.